Hey friends, welcome back to that of Remnant II, where we are in some place with a Kingdom Hearts riff so strong. The hell's going on in here?
Petitioner, if that is what you are. Step to the podium.
A foreigner? This promises to be a colossal waste of time.
Okay, asshole.
It lives in our kingdom, does it not? I at least am interested in what it might have to say.
Hail, stranger. I am Savan, speaker of the One True King's Council. State your nature and business for the record, please.
Your nature, yes. What are you exactly? You're not one of the... well, what do they call themselves? The Dran, are you?
Nope. No, I'm not from this world, actually.
Hell should we waste our time with you? This is a Fae Council, and we have more imperative matters than to play guide to outsiders.
Well, that's just rude.
Your friend is here. Now? How distressing. Perhaps we can help you find them.
Perhaps.
Why are you
Or have
helpful?
you forgotten the rather large problem yet undealt with, starting with what lies beyond this very door?
I had not forgotten Onaril, but as we are at a standstill, I thought to turn our attention to something more refreshing for the time being.
Sadly, our resources must be devoted to the troubles at hand, Nael. Petitioner, we will not help you at this time. Good day.
Oh, good day to you, too. What
You have
troubles
wasted quite
are you having?
time, foreigner. The Fae have far more important concerns than you before us.
Hold a moment, Onaril. Perhaps this stranger could be of use to us. The Fae presently live in fear and uncertainty, stranger. The One True King has been usurped by an impostor, aided by one of those seated before you.
It's you, isn't it?
Which, as an independent party, you might find
It's
clarity
always
in
the
our
helpful
affairs.
one.
Will you help us?
Sure, what the hell.
That is wise. You are under no commitment unless and until you choose to make an accusation. That said, should you come across sufficient evidence, you are permitted, within certain conditions, to accuse one of those seated here. And this body will consider the accusation.
Oh, I'm the judge now, huh?
A great tragedy, stranger. For eons, the Fae and this council have faithfully served the One True King. But alas, his rule has been curtailed.
The impostor, Phelan or Faerie or whatever they call themselves now, placed the king in an eternal slumber from which he cannot be woken.
The king was attacked in his own chambers, behind this very door. The impostor could not have entered without aid from a member of this council.
But, of course, we all have our alibis, as you can imagine. None of us were here. This has been proven many times.
So maybe they just walked in while you were all away?
Evidence tying one of us to this tragedy or to the impostor, then Fae justice might be done.
It won't be enough, Savan. The impostor still sits upon the throne.
Yet, it will be a step, and a necessary one toward restoring order among the Fae.
Okay. Under certain conditions.
And your life is easily forfeit.
Please, Onaril. Stranger.
Would you like to find out how easily forfeit it is?
Your accusation if and when you choose to make one.
We do not. This farce does nothing.
Peace, Onaril. The law is clear on this point, as you well know.
I will answer your question, stranger. With a traitor among us, trust has shattered. If any of us were to produce evidence at this stage...
And rightly so. Either of you would love any excuse to remove me from the council.
I wonder
You do not
why.
wish to hold half the council's power yourself, Onaril. You cannot pretend it isn't true.
Regardless, stranger, you are not from this world, either of these worlds. So, any evidence you bring would be free from the suspicions which we have cast upon ourselves.
How would you know you can trust me?
Precisely my point. This foreigner may have any number of reasons for accusing any one of us.
Which is why, if and when evidence is produced, we alone will pronounce the final judgment.
And if that evidence has been falsified, tainted, how do I know one of you has not paid this interloper to act on your behalf?
Onariel, only you assume that everyone is as unscrupulous as yourself. Not everyone seeks power at any cost.
Very well. I will judge it when I see it. I trust no one, but I trust the two of you less than this foreigner.
Damn. Savage, son. Why would one of you have aided the imposter?
We know that the imposter approached each one of us at some point, whispering promises of freedom and power, trying to poison our minds against the one true king.
He only said what we wanted to hear. Pity one of us listened.
Can you blame them, though? The imposter called out important truths.
Is that an admission of guilt, Niall?
If you would allow me to finish. I was saying he called out important truths that we must take to heart. Despite the poison that obviously accompanied, we would do well to address the flaws.
I'm trying to figure out who the hell is who between the two chicks.
It's difficult to cast blame on any who thought there might be a smoother path towards doing so.
And yet that path has led to ruin. We have merely exchanged one tyrant for another.
Indeed.
Funny how that works.
Our feelings on the outcome are irrelevant. This council must be absolved of guilt if we are ever to restore order to the Fae.
That was the king put to sleep.
Alas, we do not. No.
There is no blood, no wound that we can see.
Not that we were able to investigate the scene fully.
At your request, Onariel. I cannot trust either of you backstabbers nor anyone you might call to serve us. Were those not your words?
They were indeed, and the sentiment who?
Regardless, it is unknown even what could harm the king. For it is said that no mortal weapon can kill him.
How about an immortal weapon?
Tried.
What can you tell me about the king?
Over the Fae as long as anyone can recall. He has always been a guiding force, both in our world.
Some believed he was too much of a guiding force.
Yeah, I got that.
More than some. Yet, look at us now. The king sleeps, and our world is spun into chaos.
Indeed. 'Twould seem his life is more entwined with our wealth than anyone knew.
Imagine what would have happened if he had been killed.
Okay. Why can't you wake the king?
Of course. How could we have been so blind?
Hey, smartass.
So this foreigner who is so much more clever than all of the Fae together.
Please, Onariel. Their question is academic.
Thank you.
curiosity. The simple answer, stranger, is magic of a kind more powerful than any here have yet seen. We suspect the imposter's conspiracy went even deeper than this council alone.
Which is why we must identify which of you is the conspirator.
What can you tell me about the imposter?
They care nothing for the welfare of the Fae.
Nor those of us who serve the Fae.
Nor for the law. On this we all agree. The imposter's plan should never have been carried out.
And yet one of you helped them.
We cannot function like this, stranger. If we cannot root out the traitor...
Well, what if all of them are the traitor?
Should you find...
Alrighty, I guess we'll go back up to the spoopy door. Can we step on that? Oh, we can. That's cool. Hold on. Why does it look so much darker? Hold on. The 3 seats are empty. It's a reflection of the... okay, I get it. There's a duality. Got the the light side and the dark side. I got you. I got you. I see what's going on here. It's neat. Through the looking glass and all that jazz. Alright, so we got a door to somewhere. Oh yeah, speaking of things to check out, since it's been a minute or two, or a lot. To the Great Hall.
This is it. It's over. Here we go.
Shot fun for the win.
Damn. Is it over?
Meh.
Here we go.
Thought that would have tagged him, but I guess not. Alright, we need DPS, not damage. Holy shit, son. Level 6. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Alright, so it was time-based. Grab that little doodad. A silver ribbon, you say? Dog just sitting there staring at me like, what did you do? What did you even do? Alright, now that we got that out of the way, back to the council chamber we go. I think we have a book to read, and a... What are you? Increases skill damage by 25%. Activating a skill grants haste for 15 seconds. Okay. There was also a book over here to read, but I don't know if I really want to. For fuck's sake. Let's get out of the way. The Nara and the Jube Hawk. It was a day when every animal prepared for the long winter. The Han gathered rocks and mud for its dam. The Bush Elk collected hay to spread its den. The Nara curled up the tallest trees, seeking nuts to store in its hole. One day, the Nera climbed a particularly tall tree, a task it disliked very much, for the climb was difficult and the branches often treacherous. When it came upon a Jube hawk lounging in its nest. "Where is your store of food, Master Jube hawk?" said the Nera. "Do you not prepare for the winter?" "I've never had need," the Jube hawk said with a great shrug of its wings. "But the idea intrigues me, for I see all the creatures of the forest running to and fro for days on end." "So we must," said the Nera, "else the winter will claim us." "Oh, how charming." "Well, not for the poor souls claimed, of course, but for your hard work delights me very much. Perhaps you might be interested in an arrangement. I can see how much you dislike climbing my jube trees. Your body is more suited for swimming, yes? Perhaps instead of nuts, you can bring me a particular worm, one that makes its autumn home very deep within the Droper caves. If you were to bring me some, say 100 of them, I would happily gather the nuts for you from every tree in this grove." Alright, I already see where this is going. I'm assuming betrayal from the hawk at the very end. "Even with the nuts you gather for me, I cannot complete this task and be ready for the winter. Bundle arrangement, blah 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 blah." The Nera flickered his tail as it calculated the request would be difficult, yada yada yada. All without climbing a single tree, and perhaps Jubehawk will enjoy worms that much, blah blah blah. She noticed another thing, however. "Where are the nuts, Mr. Jubehawk?" "Yup. For surely you have some gathered by now." "I can gather more in a day than you can in a fortnight. It will be done." Nope, 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 nope. "Dear Nera, which of us lives in these jube trees? Blah 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 blah." Okay, the Jube hawk flapped down, clutched the sack in his talons, and flew back up to his nest without a word. The Nera waited, but he did not appear. "Mr. Jube hawk," the Nera, shiver of worry niggling at her tails. The great bird poked its head out. "Oh, of course, I apologize. Thank you so much, dear Nera." And he dropped a small bag from above. The bag landed on the Nera's head. Handful of jube nuts. "Where are the rest, Mr. Jube hawk? You promised all that I need." "I flew here and there all day, every jube tree in every grove, and this is all I could find." "All day? What of the other days?" The Jube hawk did not appear to hear her. "Here, take a few of my worms, for surely I do not need them all." "I cannot eat worms, so you're going to learn today." But the Jube hawk had returned to his nest and already disappeared. The Nera called until the clouds rolled in and the sun set. The Jube hawk showed not a feather. "I'd have climbed up that tree." She returned to her burrow, and with the scant nuts the Jube hawk had given her. Even eating sparsely, the nuts were gone within a month. It was too cold to gather more, but the Nera had little choice. She slithered far and wide in the snow, searched for any food that she could eat, but all the food had been frozen or gathered, and all the animals holed up for the winter. The snows fell and the cold worsened, and the trusting Nera froze to death before she could even return home. Moral: trust is for fools. Oof, that is an enraging story. That is an absolutely positively enraging story. That has me heated.
This is it.
That has me feeling some kind of heated. This is just the dark mirror. The mirror darkly, as it were. Well, hi everybody. Oh, are we gonna not reload? Because it'd be great if we reloaded. What the absolute ever-living shit just happened? I guess I pressed E too close to the mirror? Very weird, very annoying. Try this again.
Here they come.
Alright. Bitches, I'm here. Let's go. Council Tribunal.
Glad that's over.
Alright, let's load that sumbitch up this time. Alright, so we got a locked door here, or not a locked door, but a closed door that I can't open as of yet. The Nera and the Jube hawk round 2. I wonder if the dark version is different. It was a day and every animal prepared for winter. On the day the Nera climbed a particular tree. Where's your store of food, Mr. Jube hawk? I've never had need. But the India intrigues me, so we must. Else winter claims us. How charming, enough for the poor souls claimed. 100 of them. I would happily gather the nuts for you from every tree in this grove. I can do this. I will make this deal. Eagerly, the Nera slithered to the caves. But the task proved more difficult than Nera had thought. But the Jubhawk was not understanding as she'd hoped. A day's work, and this is all you have achieved? You did not say the worms adhered to the rock, nor that they would squirm away at the first touch of water. Never noticed these problems. Perhaps you simply need to try harder. I'm sorry, Mr. Jubhawk, even with the nuts you gathered me, I cannot complete this task. But we had an arrangement. The Jubhawk scratched under feathers with one long claw. How about this? I will gather even more nuts, all that you need for the whole winter, but in exchange you will collect every worm in the cave. Yes, I'll do this. She returned to her work, all without climbing a single tree, and with that pleasant thought ahead of her, she smiled and continued her work. The days grew colder, so did the cave pools. Perhaps next season she could start earlier. She noticed another thing, however. Where are the nuts, Mr. Jubhawk? Casually, I can gather more in a day than you can in a fortnight. But the nuts will not remain forever. They must be gathered before they fall. Dear Nera, which of us lives in these juba trees? Perhaps you should spend more energy on the worms. Nera smiled and slipped away. The Jubhawk was right, of course. He knew the trees better than she. The Jubhawk's words in her heart, she returned to her work with even greater fervor. Jubhawk, I have the last of them, every worm as promised. The Jubhawk flapped down, clutched the sack with its talons to its nest. Without a word, the Nera waited, but he did not reappear. Mr. Jubhawk, said the Nera, a shiver of worry niggling at her tails. The great bird poked its head from its nest and looked down. Of course, I apologize. Thank you much, dear Nera. The bag landed nearly on the Nera's head and spilled forth a mere handful of nuts, hardly enough for a week, let alone a winter. The Nera hissed in agitation. Where are the rest, Mr. Jubhawk? You promised all I need. The Jubhawk walked onto the great branch with a sad look on his face. I'm sorry, dear Nera, but I flew here and there all day, every jube tree in the grove, and that is all I could find. All day? What of the other days? The Jubhawk did not appear to hear her. Here, take a few of my worms. Surely I do not need them all. I cannot eat worms. But the Jubhawk had returned to his nest and already disappeared. The Nera called out until the clouds rolled in and the sun set. But the Jubhawk showed not a feather. She returned to her burrow with the scant nuts the Jubhawk had given her. Those nuts were gone within a week, but in that time the Nera had formulated a plan. Oh, I like where this is going. There were no more nuts together, but there was food for those desperate enough to find it. The Nera returned to the Jubhawk's nest and waited until night fell and the Jubhawk took flight. Then the Nera slithered up to the nest. For though she hated climbing, she hated the Jubhawk even more, and she snatched the Jubhawk's eggs one by one and tucked them away in her burrow. And finally, did the Nera have enough food for the winter? Trust cannot be eaten. The untrustworthy can. Darkness. Much better ending, in my opinion. Much better ending. Bigly approve. Less heated. Welcome to the dark side, Nera. We have all the cookies. Or Jubhawk eggs, as the situation may be.
This isn't looking good.
Gloaming thoughts of the one true king. These are the words and thoughts of the one true king, ruler and protector of this world and all. This is a library, sirs. Stop being rude. World and all, Fae, as transcribed by Laywise, the scribe. I put these thoughts to pen so that if something should befall me, the Fae might still have a chance at survival, if they would but heed my wisdom. I will say in plain, the Fae are not fit to rule. I do not speak from hubris or contempt. It's a simple fact. If Fae were to rule the Fae, chaos and destruction would inevitably follow. They are volatile decoction, most suited for entropy, and act best when guided towards some predefined purpose. As their eternal protector and the guardian of this world, it is my life's duty to provide the world world safe harbor from both external threats and from Fae themselves. It's my duty to protect the Fae from their own worst proclivities. I record these thoughts then as history of the Fae for the Fae's own sake. For no being exists who knows them and loves them as well as I. Rat-a-tattles. Feast of the Forest King. One day, blah 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 blah. What are you doing? Why have you not groomed? The Droper yawned. Your posture looks so unpleasant. Everyone is stiff and miserable. Droper, blah blah blah. I don't really care if it's not to the point. Y'all can pause and read it if you like. I got shit to do today, which is not have a library inside a damn video game. If I wanted to learn, I'd be learning. Just saying. Okay. Alright. Alright, I guess let the games begin, right? Ow. God damn. Thanks, little buddy.
Thanks for that.
Alright, let's take you out. You kicked my dog? How dare you kick my dog? God damn, these assholes are annoying. How many... Can there not be like 7,000 of them shooting at me at one time? Jesus. Seriously, can't get a shot in edgewise. Oh, you think it's funny, do you? It'd be nice if y'all weren't doing barrels like this fucking Star Fox, tell you what. Oh, these things are fucking annoying.
This ain't looking good.
Can you reload your gun, for fuck's sake? Did y'all kick my dog again? Get the fuck down. Dick. Almost kill each other.
It's over.
That was close. Far closer than I'd wanted to be. Alright, well this doesn't seem all that helpful of a room. High Council Neville's key, Nael's key. High Counselor Onril's key. High Counselor Savan's key. Alright, I assume we're doing a thing with these. But what that is anybody's guess. As it doesn't appear we can yet go these directions. Conundrum. What exactly am I doing with these? Are we matching them then, I guess? So purple, well, let's go blue, red, purple. Or maybe an inverse.
Let's do this.
Dick. Not again. Alright, the easiest way to handle them is just going to be making them come through the door.
Looking good.
Oh my god, they just keep spawning. I kill one, two more spawn. What the fuck?
Okay, this is it.
Alright, little buddy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Should point y'all up. Make it a real bad day, huh? Thanks, little buddy. Rude ass things spawning and then spawning again. But now there's nobody on that side. Okay. I pretend like that did a thing. I mean, it did do a thing, but... he looks quite desiccated. And creepy. No, don't forget creepy. Well, I see a climbing platform. Like, I know when I see a climbing platform. Assassin's Seal. Alright. So sure, we came in here, but... A big head. Yo, is that the boy from Ram? The Shadow King? Or the Shrouded King? Either way, he looked like he had a bad day. Alright, what do we got here? We got an Assassin's Ring. Reduce enemy awareness range by 25%. Increases all damage dealt. Enemies not targeting the wearer. Fair enough. Did that open doors at all or anything? It's very weird that I cannot get doors open. I mean, sure, I can get the big door to the king open, but I can't get a side passage open. Am I missing something? Try the, you know, tried and true method of just smashy McSmashins. I don't see any way to climb. Or anything like that. Does feel like I am missing something. That's for sure. Nothing in the fireplace. Nothing there. I'm at a loss. Is there like a lever or something around here, maybe? Feeling real stupid right about now. That seems reasonable. All right. I didn't pick up anything of note. Did I miss a thing in here? Hey, you got a thing that I need? I'm stupid. Assassin's Dagger. Inventory me up. It's hard to believe so small a weapon could have such a profound effect. Small teal jewel is set into the hilt, carved with an ornate diamond-like crest. One true king could not have been harmed by any weapon forged and wielded by the Fae. But within every law is a loophole. Some among the council saw this as well as I. By the deepest of Fae law and magic, the one true king could not be harmed by any weapon forged and wielded by the Fae. So, what, did she just give it to somebody else to shank him? Would that have been the... Oh, hi. Get out the sky. These are my skies. These are my skies, Miracle. Fuck yeah. Okay, so... whom is our teal person? Purple, teal. So whoever is sitting in the teal chair is our culprit in this game of Clue. Where am I running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Alright, bitches, I'm back. So, who is that one?
You're back. Have you found anything interesting of late?
It's not you.
Tread carefully now, stranger.
It's you.
Fae law is strict and swift, and you stand to accuse one of its highest-ranking members.
If you accuse one of us, you must have evidence. New evidence to support your claim.
Well, the dagger
The
jammed up in
penalty
his
for frivolous
spine.
accusations against the council is steep.
It is death, foreigner, at least for you. Swift and immediate.
Are you prepared to make an accusation according to our laws?
Sure.
Ah, so. I knew your usefulness was not a lie. Who was it then?
The diamond lady? Yeah, that one. Savan.
Oh? You are aware I am the head of this council, are you not?
Yeah.
This is a heavy accusation. What proof do you bring?
Stabby stick. Found this embedded in the one true king's body.
That symbol. Savan. Is it true?
It
Jesus.
is.
I knew it. I am appalled that you would cast aside the law for that tyrant.
It was for the law that I helped him.
Okay, so you knew this entire time and you're just being a bitch.
Flouting the law at every opportunity and using us as his shields. I did not foresee that the imposter would be the same, if not worse. I submit myself to your judgment.
Very Fae judgment.
Go easy on you.
We will not, Niall. Whatever the outcome or her motivations, Savan has committed treason. If the law is to have any power at all, we must carry it out to the letter.
Onaru is right.
Damn. Bro did not waste a second.
You have performed your task sufficiently, stranger. though I fear for what this council has now become.
Come now, Niall. We have found common ground before.
Not enough, but we must move forward. Stranger,
Yeah.
take this in thanks for your service to the Fae.
Okay.
I should not be grateful for the
Ornate
death of
blade.
any Fae, but I am relieved.
Okay then. An intricately forged longsword designed to keep strong enemies at bay while remaining light enough for agile maneuvers. It does sound nice. But sounding nice does not help me out in the slightest. So, that was... I'm pretty sure that's this entire place cleared out. Right? I assume any one of them could actually be the individual. Alright, what do we got left? Council chambers, done. Forsaken quarter is where we got our spear. Nope, we killed the huntress. We did the feast. Next is over to the Shattered Gallery, I guess. But you know what? I think for the time being, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a break. So y'all stay safe out there. Have a good one, and we'll be back to run this shenanigan in a little bit.